Greetings everyone. Today's October 23rd and doing a midweek check-in and standing out here next to the statue of St. John Paul II, and very intentionally because yesterday, October 22nd, was John Paul II's feast day. And our parish has a special connection with him because of this statue, but also because of his great dedication to St. Faustina and Divine Mercy. It was actually him that instituted the Divine Mercy Sunday, which is the first Sunday after Easter. But he did so many other things. He did over 104 apostolic visits throughout the world, was the most traveled pope. And his personal visit allowed people to encounter the church in a new way through his loving spirit. He gave us the new catechism of the Catholic Church, which is just a treasury of the teachings and helping us to understand better our Catholic faith and to grow in intellect and knowledge of who we are as men and women of faith. World Youth Day was another great thing that he gave the Catholic Church that continued through Benedict and now with Pope Francis, of him encountering our young people and really enlivening their hearts to love the church and our Catholic faith. So many other things, theology of the body. But I would say at the essence of when we look at John Paul, he was a man of great joy and hope. And he really wished to bring that into our church and to spread that in truth and goodness and beauty in any way that he could. And this past week at the Masses, I focused on glory and sharing in God's glory. And while Peter and James thought it was like being glory and bold and, kind of being, all your glory type of thing, winning or succeeding, what Jesus taught us is no, it means that we must be a servant of all and a slave to all. And it's through that we receive God's glory. When God kind of shines through us, sometimes even in our weakness, when we need him most. And I think John Paul did that. I think one of his great glory moments, and there were many throughout his life if you read his biography, what he did when he was dying and the way that he showed us to embrace the suffering and the challenges was a true glory moment. He was a servant of the church even in his death. And I'll never forget watching all the young people and people from all over the world coming and just filling St. Peter's Square in the hours that he was suffering and going through so much and the graces that were being bestowed. What a beautiful glory moment. So for me, this week, that was a bit of a glory moment yesterday as I meditated and prayed about it, about how the Lord is always asking us to give of ourselves in whatever situation we find ourselves in. But I think especially when we need him most and we rely on his grace, those are glory moments. A reminder, I am taking that pilgrimage to Poland in May. So if any of you want to get to know John Paul II better, please check out the bulletin and I can give you more information about it. It's the middle 2 weeks in May. It'll be a 13-day pilgrimage. We're filling up. There's still a few spots available. Small group, anywhere between 25 to 30 will be our max. And we're looking forward to spending time with John Paul II, with Faustina, with Maximilian Kolbe, and also St. Edith Stein as well. But anyway, look at that. If you're interested, I certainly can share more information. But as we kind of work through this week then, my question to you is, what is your glory moment this week? How is it that God has shined through in some way in your life, in a difficult situation or a wonderful situation where you were called to be a servant or a slave and to really truly serve him, and it's really grace that comes from beyond ourselves. Hopefully you've been able to pinpoint that each day and find out what that is. But a beautiful day again in the desert, a great day to check in. Always a reminder on Wednesday that we have adoration that begins at 3, continues until 6 o'clock. Then we have Divine Mercy devotion and benediction, where we are blessed with our precious Lord in the Blessed Sacrament. So if you have time this afternoon, come sit with Jesus. Let that be a glory moment. His grace is flowing into you. So God bless you, and just again, grateful for a beautiful day, but for all of you and your generosity, your time, and so much that you do here at our parish. And we ask in a special way that St. John Paul II will pray for all of us, that as we continue our journey, we too will be people of hope, people of joy, in a world that needs that, a world that needs to know the great beauty of our Catholic faith. Jesus Christ suffered, died, and rose for us, and because of that, we have new life. So look forward to seeing you this Sunday. God bless and have a wonderful day.